Hello and welcome to Jesters at Beaulieu. We are really excited to show you around our setting today. We are a 56 place setting which offers care from 0 to 12 years of age. We have an under 2s room, a 2s to 3s, a 3 to 4s, and we offer wraparound care for the school children at Beaulieu Park School, which is located right next to us. We are open 7 till 7, 51 weeks of the year. We opened in September 2018 and we have families from all round Chelmsford, including quite a lot from the Beaulieu development, Channels and neighbouring Springfield. I'd now like to take you around the setting and introduce you to all of the rooms. Hopefully then, if you've got any questions, these will be answered. If not, please do not hesitate to contact us on the details at the end of this video. And welcome to our Florence Room. This is our under 2s room. We can have up to 15 children in here at any one time, and we have a ratio of 1 member of staff to 3 children. We've got different areas around the room for the children to explore. We've got our cosy nook here in the corner with our books available for the children to look through, and practitioners on hand ready to do lots of singing and story time with the children and give them those cuddles that they require. We've got our cosy area here, so this is where the children go to sleep. So in here, this room is based around children's individual routines. So we can have children from as young as 3 months up until 2 years. So based on their routine at home, we would mirror that here. If they're used to going in a cot for sleep time, they can do. If they're used to going in a Moses basket or anywhere else, we've got our coracles in that area. We tend to go for a sleep after lunch, the majority of the children. So the blinds go down, classical music goes on. But as I said, equally, if a child needs to sleep at any other time, this is accommodated. We've got lots of different things for them to explore. We do lots of, as well as your normal toys, we do lots of heuristic play and loose parts to encourage the children to use all of their senses to learn. We've got a nice area here for the children to sleep. Rather than having high chairs, all the children, regardless of their age, are in these chairs that are age appropriate and can all sit together so that mealtime is a nice social experience led by the practitioners. We've got a role play area here so they can start to mimic what they see around the home, and again lots of loose parts. We've got our own milk kitchen here where we can prepare any feeds and snacks and nappy changing facilities, and again we've got direct access to the outside. We use an external caterer called the Professional Nursery Kitchen for our food. It's prepared off-site locally and is delivered to us. It's on a 3-week rota and is changed seasonally, and dietary alternatives are available. That food is provided for the children at lunchtime and at tea time, and it's a cooked dinner and dessert. We also have breakfast served until about 8:30, which is a continental breakfast, so it's a choice of fruit, yoghurt, toast, cereal, pain au chocolats, crumpets, croissants, all sorts of things for the children throughout the week. They have a morning and an afternoon snack, one of which is savoury and one is fruit. And that means that they get 5 meals a day provided while they're with us, which should be everything that they need to eat and drink throughout the day. Hello and welcome to our squirrels room. Our squirrel room is our 2 to 3 year old room, but before 9 and after 3, our preschool children also join us in here. We have a ratio of 1 member of staff to 4 children for our 2-year-olds and 1 member of staff to 8 children for our 3-year-olds. We've got all sorts of equipment available for the children throughout the day. We have a finger gym area which has got daily challenges for the children to help develop their fine motor skills and their problem solving. By developing these fine motor skills, it's given them the tools that they need later on to be able to go and write. We also have a large Play-Doh area here, and rather than the practitioners providing ready-made Play-Doh for the children to manipulate, we encourage the children to help to create that Play-Doh. So they measure the ingredients, they knead it accordingly. They can choose what colour, what scent, if they want fresh herbs in it. There's all sorts of things that the children do on a daily basis with this Play-Doh area. We also have a large open-ended role play area, so the children can do with this as they would like to. They have access to different pieces of clothing and different equipment. One day it will be a cafe, another day it could be a doctor's surgery. It's down to what the children are going through at that time, and the practitioners will support them accordingly to help them to learn and develop. They have access to different resources around the room, along with a large cupboard and storage area with lots of other pieces of equipment. So we do a lot through learning through play, so the children believe that they're playing, but the practitioners are sneaking a bit of education in there without them realising. We also provide different activities for the children based on their ambitions calendar and their children's interests, and festivals and celebrations throughout the month. But like I said, we'll go through that at a later date. We document the children's learning in two ways. So as you can see in their trays, they have Magic Moments scrapbooks. So this is something that the children can feel proud of. So any artwork that they do, they can pop it in their special books, so that when they graduate to go to school, they're excited to finally get that book that they've been working towards for years. We also do a system called Tapestry. Tapestry is an app that you can download on your phone, and it gives you notifications throughout the day of what your child has been up to, be that what they've had to eat and drink, how much sleep they've had, any nappy changes, but also a snapshot of what the children have been up to throughout the day. We also do individual observations on there based on the children's next steps, and we create end-of-term reports. So every term the parents are invited to come and meet with the practitioner and key person to go through their next steps in their learning, and that's a two-way process, so we would work through those next steps together as a partnership. We also have direct access to the outside space, nappy changing facilities and the bathrooms, and the practitioners will go into the bathrooms with them and encourage the children to do as much as they can independently. We get the children to wash their hands before and after meal times, and in here they do self-serve the food as well. So it goes in little platters in the middle of the table. They dish up their own food and scrape their plates when they're finished. Some children also support to help to wash up, which is really lovely, but the practitioners then go on and do that more formally. As you can see, we've got a nice large size book corner. The children in this room love nothing more than singing songs and reading stories with their practitioners and their peers. We also provide sleep time for the children in this room, so the children that are awake join our preschool children or go in the garden, and those that go to sleep have the opportunity to rest after lunchtime. We turn the blinds down, we put classical music on, and they've got that time to really recuperate, ready for the afternoon's activities. Hello and welcome to our Dears Room. Our Dears Room houses our breakfast club from 7 until we take them to the school next door, our preschool children between the hours of 9 and 3, and our after school club children. Once we pick them up from the school, they come back here for the afternoon's activities until we close at 7 o'clock. Every child has got their own coat peg. Our younger children have photos, our 2 to 3 year old children have photos and their names, and our school children have drawn their own self-portraits. This is the inside of our Dears Room. Each child has their own tray here, so that they can store their special belongings and any artwork that they're proud of throughout the day, so they can access those at any time. We also have lots of activities around the room for the children to access throughout the day, including an art and craft area which has free choice for the children to take any art and craft materials that they'd like to throughout the day, along with activities that are based around our ambitions calendar, the children's interests and any developmental needs. So there's always something that's set up there ready for the children to be enticed by. We also have our own sand area, and we have water available throughout the day, and we have a loose parts area in our preschool room, but I'm going to go more information about loose parts once we go into the garden. As I said, the children can access any of the resources throughout the day, be it our book corner, our maths area, any imaginative toys, mark making opportunities. There's all sorts for the children to go and access. We also have a large home corner, which I'll show you shortly. And as well as I've mentioned before about the ambitions calendar, we have a sound of the week. So there's all sorts of different activities that are planned for the children throughout the day, but I will go through more information with you about the ambitions calendar at a later date. This is our home corner here. Quite a lot of children in this class at the moment spend a lot of time in the home corner. They like to emulate what they see their adults around them doing. So we provide lots of opportunity for the children in this to use their imagination, to make marks, to use number work, all sorts of things that they can do in the home corner, and they enjoy doing. So you will often see when the nursery is full of children, lots of children hustled and bustled in here. We have our direct access to the outside, which I'll show you shortly. We also have a calm corner, so we try to talk to the children about how they're feeling and to start to recognise those feelings that they're going through inside, and to reflect on that and give them the words that they need to express that. We also have an ICT area, so both of our 2 to 3 year old room and our 3 to 4 year old rooms have access to their own computers, and when the children need to find out answers, the practitioners are there to support them, but often we would find the solution to their problems together as a team. We've also got direct access to our bathrooms, which I will show you shortly, and the children can access that throughout the day. In this room for our preschool children, it's all about getting those children ready for school. So we're giving them the foundations that they need to be able to succeed on the next transition that they go through. So in this room, there's lots of opportunities for them to start to gain that independence. So we give the children the choice of if they want to be a helper for the day, and they have different roles throughout the day. Those include counting how many children are in the class that day and laying the table accordingly, so counting how many pieces of cutlery they need and plates and things like that. Also, the food is put in serving dishes in the middle of the table, and the children then dish up their own food and scrape their plates when they're finished. We find that this really helps with not only their independence, but also does help with some of those fussy children, because they're then in control of how much food they have in front of them, which we think makes a lot of difference. As the academic year goes on, so do our expectations, and we'd go through that with you. So we do starting school information evenings once a year, where we would talk to you about how we're going to support the children onto that next journey into school. We also do parents evenings a couple of times a year, along with lots of other parent training sessions that we'd go through with you. So that's our preschool room. This is our children's toilets. We have 5 cubicles here, 2 of which have been enabled with a larger space and handrails to suit the needs of any of our children. We also have our own individual sink units for the children to use, and we encourage them to do this independently. We support them with cleaning themselves, flushing the toilet, washing their hands with soap, and we regularly have an advisor come to us a couple of times a year to do hand washing lessons with the children, so that they can understand the correct approach for this. This is our bathroom. I'll now show you our outside space. We're really lucky here at Beaulieu to have such a large outside space that literally wraps around the whole of the setting. We're connected right next to Beaulieu Park School, as I've previously said, and this is the 2 reception classrooms. These 2 reception classrooms and no toilets in between are basically a carbon copy of our 2 to 3 and 3 to 4 year old rooms. So you could literally pick them up and put them directly next door, which means that those children that are going on to school, it feels quite familiar before they've even gone there, because it's the same surroundings. We also talk to the school teachers and the children, so we can start to make those friendships before we go on to school. We've got a lot that we'd like to do at our Beaulieu setting, although we love what we've got to have here already, but we would like to develop an allotment area so that the children can start to grow their own produce. We also would like to develop nature areas and things like that, but that's something that we're doing over the next year in consultation with our families. We've got open-ended resources that are available throughout the setting, along with toys, and we do quite a lot on loose parts. So loose parts is at the back here, which is our cable reels, our planks of wood, our guttering, and it just means that the possibilities are endless. With loose parts, it means that rather than having a piece of climbing apparatus that only forms that purpose, it means that the children can use their imagination, they can do engineering, problem solving, risk assessment, work as a team. It just means that they can do so much more with the children. So on some days, it could be that they use the loose parts to do a pirate ship and they walk the plank. On other days, it's that they're doing a talent show and they're performing for their peers. There's so much that can be done with those children, and as we offer the care for 0 to 12 year olds, it means that as their brain develops and they start to have new ideas, they can do different things with them, which is really lovely to see. Thank you for looking round our setting today. I just want to go through a couple of questions that families often have when they visit us. We offer a variety of sessions here at Jesters. We offer a 9 to 3 session, 8 to 5 or 7 to 7 session, both term time only and all year round for our nursery children. We also offer a breakfast club session from 7 o'clock in the morning, and then an after school club session from 3:15 till 7 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's specifically for children that go to Beaulieu Park School at this stage. In the holidays, we also offer holiday care for children 4 years to 12 years of age, where we do different themes and topics throughout the year based on the children's interests and requests. These include trips out once a week, along with lots of other learning and fun for the children to do while they're with us. We invoice on a monthly basis, a month in advance, so you normally get an invoice about a week before the end of the month, and that's then due to be paid on the first of the month for that whole month up front. We include all payments, including bank transfer, tax-free childcare vouchers and student grant. If you've got any other questions at all, please do visit our website. There's a wealth of information on there for you to look at. The website address is www.jesterskids.org. You can also give us a call on 01245 943 333. We hope to see you soon and welcome you to our Jesters family.